guys, it's Joey, and today we have a favourites of May. It's gonna be my favourites for the month of May, which is just over. We're now on the 2nd of June, and me and Wonder Woman, oh yeah, we're gonna show you jewellery. We're gonna show you witch stuff. We're gonna talk a little bit about it all, and we're gonna share. We're gonna show and tell. We're gonna be weird on camera because that's what we do. I'm gonna go see Wonder Woman soon, and I've heard good things. Like, all the reviews, non-spoilers, don't spoil me, have been really good. So I'm really glad. And before we delve into the meat of the video, I wanted to say thank you for a couple of little things that came in the mail today. Now, I'm not going to say who they're from, just in case the person doesn't want me to say who they're from, but I received a lovely letter and these really cute Japanese style stickers, and there's the little fox. Oh, I have scubbed that nail. Oof, that nail needs redoing. We'll hide that nail. And this gorgeous little book, which is all about foxes in the moon, and it's entirely in Japanese, which aids with learning and things. So this was really sweet, so thank you very much. I just wanted to start the video off by saying thank you. It was this morning. In fact, it was not long before I was going to set up to record. So I've got some show and telly bitsy pieces, May favourites. I might mention some things that weren't as great. There's not been too many things this month that have been disappointing though. So if we start with the makeup bits, and then if you care about the makeup bits, you can watch that bit and not the rest, and if you don't, you can kind of skip. What I enjoyed makeup wise this month. So there's a few things. So this is a company which is cruelty free and vegan, and they do face masks, and this is the black seaweed peel off. And it's not like the crazy, really painful one that's all over YouTube. It's like a really nice one, but you do peel it off. It's hilarious though, because you have like a completely like coal face, and then you're like, I look like I came out of the lagoon of the Swamp Thing. Sexy. And it peels off, so it's very much like I have some kind of plague. Ugh. But it does leave your skin feeling really nice, and it's, you know, really cool, and it's a detox thing. So I have not used that one on purpose, because I was like, I need to make the video, and it was like, oh, but I want to use it, and oh, I need to make the video. So there's that. And then there are 3 things that I really enjoyed, and then a couple of things that I didn't. This is my favourite thing makeup wise all month. This is the Makeup Geek Sugar Rush Pigment. I am all about bright pigment on the eyes. All about bright pigments on the eyes, you might be able to tell, although the light in here is horrendous. Wow, look, the light has gone. The light was fine when we started. This is what I put on my eyes when we did unicorn eyes the other day, and it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. You can buy it from Beauty Bay in the UK. So there's that. I also, I don't know if I mentioned these, I discovered this brand called Sleek Makeup, that's basically like a, it's available in Tesco and like drugstore brands, and they do these matte lipsticks, and they're like really good. So they have this really nice dark red, which is not the red which we'll talk about next that people have been commenting on, but this is a really nice one. It's not my favourite red of the month though, because the Colourpop works better, but they have some really nice shades in that, so that's really good. And then Colourpop, this is the red. Colourpop Avenue is the red that I've worn 2 or 3 times on video, and it gets comments every single time. I freaking love this stuff. This is basically my red. I finally found my red, so there you go. There we go. There we go. So the thing that I got this month that was disappointing is like the Colourpop came, and the eyeshadows were not pigmented at all. Like, I bought this I bought like 6 of them so to get the shipping free, and then I got charged a huge custom fee. So they basically put like, they didn't put a proper what it was worth on it because I shouldn't have been charged the custom fee. So I ended up with a huge bill, and I was like, never again. And then the eyeshadow came, and there was one of them, and I was really one of them was broken first and foremost, and I had a carry on with them trying to get them to refund it. They were like, no, we'll give you store credit. I'm like, I don't want store credit. I'm not in America. Give me my refund. Here is a picture of the broken eyeshadow. And it must have gone broken into the box because everything was wrapped really well. Nothing else was broken, and just the one eyeshadow. And if it had been like thrown about, more of the eyeshadows would have been damaged. So I was not pleased, and the eyeshadow pigmentation was poor. There was one it was supposed to be like this deep, not black, but it kind of has like a black base but like a purple, so it was supposed to look like kind of gothic-y, crow-wingy, and I put it on my finger and it was like, it disappeared. I'm like, how does a black base eyeshadow disappear? But whatever. Not impressed with the eyeshadow. Loved the lipstick, so I will give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not ordering from them again because I'm in the UK, not America. The other thing that was kind of disappointing is this. I was so excited for half a second, Barry M. Like, Barry M has been going downhill and downhill and downhill and downhill, because Barry M was my favourite makeup brand. My favourite from like being 13, maybe even younger, and they had this whole range of Dazzle Dusts, and the Dazzle Dusts were in all colours. So they'd have like their muted tony ones, and then they'd have their crazy ones, and then the glittery ones. They'd have loads, and the nail varnishes were crazy and inventive and different. And over recent years they've just got more and more and more dull, to the point where they've got rid of all the Dazzle Dusts. The most exciting nail varnishes they release are metals, like metallics, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm not interested in any of that. And the only thing of theirs I can't live without now is the under eye concealer, and it's not very exciting to say the concealer. So they released this, and I was like, oh my god, they're releasing a highlighting palette, which is like the, oh, I've forgotten what the name is. Is it Anastasia something, which is like 40-50 pounds, and this one is like 8. And I was like, and the packaging's kind of pretty, and on the surface of it, it looks really pretty, but 2 of these are powder. The 2 center ones are powder, the rest are cream. I don't like cream highlighter. I have oil in my skin, so if I put oily highlighter on, it's just a mess. And I was really disappointed that, which one is it? Right, okay, so the 2 center ones are okay, but they're not very bright. They're okay, but the pink one was more glitter than I would have liked, although it doesn't look too bad on my hand. Maybe it was just when it was on my face it looked more glittery. Oh, I see. Like I don't know if you can see, but on the surface, you see where my fingers have gone into it, it's not so bad, but then on the surface it's like glittery, like they've pressed glitter on top. It's weird. And I was not impressed. So that was my not impressed for the month. But moving on, the mid-ground between witchy things, although I do have a couple of jewellery bits, but they're witchy. The mid-ground between witchy and makeup-y or everyday is this. Look at this. This is so good. So I was in TK Maxx. This retails for £15. It was 5 in TK Maxx. They only had 1. I saw it. I squeed out loud, shouted in the middle of TK Maxx like, oh my god, not that loud, but you know, loud enough so foxes could hear me on that pitch level. But yeah, sorry. I have a travel bag with foxes on it. I don't care what I'm going to use it for. It's got foxes on it. So, moving swiftly on, because I don't want this video to be 50 minutes long, and there's quite a few bits and pieces, because it's a month's worth, is the couple of jewellery. I was just going to have the moon one, but I did find this really cute unicorn pendant this month. Ugh, in Claire's Accessories. Come on, focus. Focus. Thank you. And it's rainbow. And it's a unicorn, and I love it. And it was, again, it was like a £5, and I was like, it was kind of funny because I was in town. I was in like this long white and grey gothic dress with like skulls, skeletons and things on it. I had a little bit of makeup on, but not too much. And then like my moon bag, which is actually in the other room. And so that's kind of gothic-y as well. And I was like, oh my god, it's a unicorn. I must buy it. And I was thinking, yeah, this is my life in a nutshell. Walking in gothic clothing, looking one way. Sophisticated but gothic, and then buying not very sophisticated unicorn necklaces. And then this is the other one. This is a black druzy moon, which is probably my favourite for the whole month. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much that I'm looking into getting some for the store. So you guys can have one too. So there you go. Upcoming. My favourite pagan-y-ish book of the month is If Women Rose Rooted by Sharon Blackie. Yeah, Sharon Blackie. I've actually got my finger in here because I want to read you a part of this book that I just love. And it's in the Deep Caves and Bottomless Lakes section. And it's about the cave that I cannot pronounce, the Cave of Cats, to do with the Morrigan, the when you negate. Alright, anyway. There is no word for this dark, a darkness so complete, so thick that it is tangible. You realise then, if you have not learnt it before, that darkness is not simply a lack of light. Darkness is alive, and its life is obscured by light. Darkness puts out its tentacles and touches your face. Darkness licks at your eyes and grants you a different kind of sight. Darkness is the voice of the shadow, a voice which words can only fail. Listen, it is the drumming of your own heart that you hear, or the long, slow heartbeat of the earth. Reach out and there is nothing there. There is only you, whatever you might be, face to face with the long dark. Do you fear this? You should not. You should not, even when you remember that this was also the dwelling place of the Morrigan, the great queen, the crow goddess of death, war and rebirth. Skipping ahead a little bit. Can you feel it now? The soft brush of a black crow's wing. I was like, Mama is described so beautifully in here. This book is about empowerment. It is a sort of a female empowerment book along the same lines as Women Who Run with the Wolves, but there's a lot of personal basis and then mythology and then this gorgeous writing style, and it's very empowering, very deep. It's had me in tears a couple of times, this book. It's beautiful. So I absolutely highly recommend that. The Oracle deck that I recommend for the month, the one that I have been working with, is Oracle of Oddities. Of course it is. Of course it is. I can't wait to get the third one. She's released version 3, and I'm thinking it's supposed to be shipped out around now. I'm going to go check my emails later. Come on. And yeah, so I actually got these in at the end of April, but they are my May of choice. My May of choice. They are my May of choice. They're just me in a nutshell. Help, it's me in a nutshell. Austin Powers jokes. Oracle of Oddities has a whole video on the channel. Go check it out if you want to see that. The crystal I've been using most this month is my Obsidian. This is my orb. I have a lot of obsidian. But I love this. Obsidian is a black crystal. It is a lava-based crystal, so it has a deep, fiery crystal energy to it. Obsidian has kind of like an underworld feel to it. It's somewhere between fire and earth to me. It is more supposed to be fire, but I feel like there is that deep fire within the earth energy to it, which makes sense because it comes from volcanoes, and that's earth and fire in one explosive extravaganza of ballet. And it can help you to be very strongly protected under pressure particularly, and it's a scrying crystal. I think it's a dark goddess, especially dark goddess. I hate the terminology, but it's easier for you know. But it's protective, it's good for scrying, it's good for future sight, it's good for prophecy. I basically think of it as being like a crow eye, an eye of crow. I love obsidian, it's beautiful. Incense of the month, other than my own, because I love the Otherworld incense and I love Whims of Our Mothers. It's just, ugh, it's just so good. Is the Necromancy incense from Cote. Probably saying it wrong. This is the one with the bone dust in it. This, I don't know if they still do it. They've had a revamp. They've gone live today with their revamp. And this is just gorgeous. It's just deep and earthy and very ancestry. Again, it kind of taps into that underworld energy, which my months have been all about, as you guys know, if you follow the channel at all. It's all been ancestors and underworld and all that good stuff. So this has been an ancestor offering and it's been wonderful. So some things you guys haven't seen, and I love, 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 love. I'm just getting the names out in my book because I wrote the names of the stores down just so if you guys wanted it. So this is from the Etsy store, Beasts of the Unknown. This is a pin. It's still on its card because I wanted to show you the card presentation. It's a white three-eyed crow with a black moon in the background. They also have a black crow, but I might get the black crow in the future at some point, but I really loved the idea of the white crow. It kind of had Babe energies to me. And they sent me a free postcard with it. This has got all kinds of symbology for me this month. This is actually tied into synchronicities and messages and things, so there's been that. And last but best, certainly not least, is Raven Cotino Creations. I have ordered from them before. I will order from them again. I got 2 things from them this month, earlier this month. I got a 3rd resin skull. So this is the 3rd resin skull of a crow skull that I got from them. And she makes like, it's polymer, it's not real skull. And I like to have both. I like to have my bones for my bone work, and I like to have these little beauties for decoration and like adorning spaces and things like that. And I saw this and I had to have it. It's got like an obsidian in its forehead, and it's all painted black and white and grey, which are some of my power colours. It's got this kind of ancestral vein feel that me and Chris have talked about. We've talked about like the veins of the ancestors, the ecosystem, the roots, and it kind of has that feel, as well as kind of like a morganic painting of spirit on face. So there's that. And I also got the placenta what? the planchette? The placenta. Oh my god, man, the Ouija thingy from the same store. It's the most gorgeous thing in the world. These are both for my Morrigan altar, by the way, or my Oregon shrine, which she now has a shrine and an altar because she's all over the working altar and all over her altar and all over everywhere because, you know, mama. But it's got 3 resin skulls pressed in there, and I really loved it. So loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. So, my darlings, I hope everybody's had a good month. I thought maybe we'd sit and chat for 5 minutes at the end here. Let's sit and chat about May for 5 minutes. If you don't care about this, by all means. But I thought we would. I thought we'd sit and chat about May. May has been an intense month. I'm going to just move the camera around because I'm going to sit against the wall and you can't see Wonder Woman anymore. Oh. If I sit against the wall, if you go there. Yeah? Okay. She'll guard me back. May has been an intense month. There's been a lot of ancestral work. There's a lot of messages from the ancestors. And for me, it's been a place of reaching out and reevaluation. And there's kind of been a going back to roots of self for me in May. I know this is a bit deep for the end of the video, given the rest of it is like show and tell, show and tell, show and tell, and it's kind of been a month where I've been going back to remembering things that I used to feel and believe, and I'd kind of got cynical and given up on them. And the universe going, oh no, wait, the minute you think you know better, guess what? Woof. And it's been wonderful in a lot of ways to be reminded of hope in the world, and connection in the world, and tribe, like little tribey women, and the tribey women on the other side. And it's been intense. It's been a very intense month. A lot of people had a lot of difficulties this month. I know a lot of people had trouble around the new moon, it was new moon in Gemini, and a lot of people had a lot of trouble. And I was just like, no, I feel it, I'm feeling it, I'm riding that edge, that line of this moon, and I was just like going wild with it. And I had like poison path work to do for the new moon, and I was just like, yeah, I'm feeling it, I'm riding down the lines of it, I'm feeling it. And so this month has been intense, and there's been like, it's not been one way or another. It's been like moments of like really, really difficult, really hard, really oh my god, and then moments of pure joy, like joy that I haven't felt in a long, long time. And it's not been anywhere in the middle at all month. It's just been like Gemini, one or the other, and it's been really freaking intense. Really freaking intense, dudes. I don't know how else to put it. But yeah, changes are coming. It feels like we're moving into a new era, a new phase. Changes incoming, and for the first time in a long time, I'm actually kind of ready to embrace changes. And it's bizarre to me, because this month of extremes has put everything into perspective very clearly about what matters. And so when change comes, I can see what matters, and I'm okay with it for the first time in a long time. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Right, that's it. I'm done for now. I will be back. In fact, me and Chris might be live chatting before this is even up. So if not, I'll see you on that live chat. If this is up afterwards, I hope you caught the live chat. We're talking about wards and protection magic today. So that's it for this video. Many blessings.